Hold My Drink with Charlene and Ellie, a GoLoud original podcast, proudly sponsored by Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. An ice-cold can of Coca-Cola Zero Sugar is so irresistibly tasty, it's worth protecting.
Marty Guilfoyle is living in a house with teenage girls. So that was the context of the tweet. People read the tweet, didn't do their research, and that just went nuts. I actually thought at one point I was being offered something. I thought they were looking for this girl. It had a girl's name, whatever this pill was. I don't know. And I was like, oh, I don't know where she is. Yeah, I was like, I don't know. One guy recently posted one saying, I fancy you, but don't tell my girlfriend. And I was like, this is awkward. I was like, I won't be telling your girlfriend, but we won't be following up on this either, pal. Like,
oh my God. Welcome to Hold My Drink with Charlene and Ellie. Our podcast is like a group chat between your best friends, the bathroom and night out where you spill all the gossip on relationship dilemmas and life. And we're so excited to share that today's episode is proudly sponsored by Coca-Cola Zero Sugar, which has a magical, irresistible taste and needs to be protected at all times. Nothing beats an ice cold can of Coca-Cola Zero Sugar, am I right?
You literally cannot beat it, is there? It's definitely become one of my favourite drinks to have with a takeaway.
Yeah. Yeah.
It just hits.
We had it with pizza.
We did. Mm-hmm. It hits very, very different. Hits the spot.
Yeah.
But you can't have them out in the open at home.
Because they'll be stolen.
Stroked.
That's why I like not having... Well, I miss living with my family sometimes, but... I can't steal that from me. Yeah.
Everything is yours.
Snack drawer, the Coca-Cola Zero Sugar, everything is still there.
It's all yours.
Yeah, it's all for me. Yeah. It's so good that's worth protecting. How far will you go to protect yours? If you're a return listener, welcome back. And if you're a new listener, welcome.
Hiya.
Hold My Drink is out for you every Wednesday, but we also have bonus episodes every Monday, so you can listen to more of us now on the GoLoud app or wherever you get your podcasts. On this week's episode, we had Marty Guilfoyle on.
You can say hello, he's still here.
He's still here, he's actually still here. We're talking in past tense. We talked all things nights out, DJing, the goat house that Marty actually left.
Yes.
He talks about the whole scandal of that.
Yeah.
It wasn't a scandal, but
it wasn't, but like,
No.
I mean, come on. We made a big deal.
We did.
We love to do that in Ireland.
We talked about what people have on their phones when they try request songs, most requested songs, and the drinking and drug culture in this country. We also had our secrets in the stalls, our sip or skip as well that Marty helped us out with. Wait till I tell you where I told you about my craziest thing I've ever done for a man. Yep. And
wow, I want to hear this.
Yeah, you should. Crazy. Yeah, you listen now. Yeah. And then of course, peak and bleak of the week.
Yes.
We hope you enjoy. We are currently in Vegas prep.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
This
This is appointment week.
Mm-hmm.
This week is hair, nails, eyelashes, eyebrows, and I'll do my own toes.
Yeah, same. I've toes, nails, brows, lash lift. And I'm going to toner my hair because I'm letting it grow out a bit, and then I'm going to cut it. I'm going to cut it all off.
It's going to be gorge.
I had a dream last night, actually. I cut it all off.
Did you?
Yeah, and I didn't like it in the dream. Only because it was really thick. It was like, do you ever feel like
an Edna Mode bob?
Yeah, but it was like, the only way I can describe the feeling of it, because in your dream you can feel things. It's mad because you've never felt such a thick bob, but I could feel it in my dream. I could still imagine what it was like. You know, like a sweeping brush.
Oh,
If
yeah.
you touched the end of that.
Oh.
It wasn't pointy, but it was so dense.
You could feel
I could feel... Yeah. You know, like the hair didn't move. It was just stuck when I went like that when I patted it, like in my dream.
Oh, God.
And I got a fringe with it as well, so I was very Edna Mode.
I think it would suit you.
A fringe.
I think you'd rock it.
I would not rock a fringe in a bob.
You would.
I wouldn't. I'd feel like, I don't know.
I think
if a bob, though, you always really have to style it. Like, you can't really just go out and...
I've never had... once going into first year.
Do you think you'll have long hair until you're like old?
I don't know. I think about it and I'm like...
Imagine extensions age 70.
Seriously, like a platinum ambassador until I'm...
in the coffin.
In the coffin, honestly. Give me a full head of...
And you can start getting grey extensions when you go grey.
Imagine. Full head of bonds and a toner.
Yeah.
In the grave. I don't know. Like, when do you get to the point of like having your own hair?
I don't know.
I don't really want that.
Yeah.
No, I can't see myself with really short hair.
Ever?
No. No, it doesn't suit me.
Have you had it before?
Once in first year I had a bob.
Yeah.
That was the only time that was the shortest my hair has probably ever been.
And you grew it out since then.
Yeah. I've just Yeah.
Mm.
I don't cut my natural hair a lot.
No, because extensions you can't really.
Yeah.
I remember when I started working in pennies, I don't think I really knew what extensions were. I feel like they've only gotten really popular over the last one. But like all the girls in there had them and I was just fascinated by them.
That's how I got them, was from working in England.
Yeah,
I did not need them.
wow.
No.
I didn't need them. No.
I had natural hair, but all the girls had extensions and I was like,
I want extensions.
I want them too,
I
yeah.
know.
Went and got a full head of foot or whatever it was that they put in at the time, and 6 years later I still have extensions. The only time I've gone without was COVID, because obviously I had to.
Yeah. I think I'm wearing them like 7 years now.
Are you?
Yeah.
I think mine's 5 or 6, definitely.
Yeah. Can't go without. Well, I want to, the aim of me getting the bob is I want to get it. Obviously, I only have a few fillers on the sides and then let it grow by itself until next summer.
Yeah.
And then, obviously, it's not going to get really long, but like just, I only want to keep getting fillers.
Okay. So
not full heads, not half heads, literally
no.
just fillers.
Yeah.
And let it get like nice and healthy. Please God.
I just can't cope with
I
it.
love Jasmine Green, our friend, has the best hair in the world. But she just wears clip-ins all the time. And they always, first of all, she's a hairdresser, like she was trained and that's how she's obviously so good, but like they just look gorgeous and then she gets to take it out and just slick it up for the gym and all. And like,
I don't have the mental capacity to put in and out clip-ins every day.
Have you not?
I'd end up just putting my hair in a claw clip all the time.
Do you think?
Yeah, if I had to put a clip in every day.
But it's not that many pieces. You just clip.
Oh, and because...
I wouldn't do it, but she doesn't do it every day. She don't even put it in when she's going out and stuff.
Yeah.
Which I would definitely do.
Because my hair is that weird mullet-y length underneath, I have to plait the underneath of it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd have to put a plait in it every day, clip that up, then put my... No.
But you'd amount of time you'd save not blow drying your hair.
I know. Blow drying it would be... When I took them out for a few weeks when I was in Portugal, actually, I think I washed it every day over there because I was like, it literally takes me 3 minutes to dry.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
Yeah.
But it was just the same hairstyle every day because I couldn't do anything else with it.
Yeah. Mine doesn't even take that long to dry. Like, my hair dryer is really good and all, but it's just that. It's just a lot of hair.
Just doing it.
It's just the thought. Even if it took me 10 minutes, I'd still dread it the same.
Yeah.
Even when I had no extensions in for a while, I don't know when that was, COVID maybe, took them out, I still dreaded to dry my hair. Just my arms would sometimes.
My poor arms.
Yes. So we have live shows coming up.
We do.
So we have Cork Opera House Friday the 20th of October, which is sold out. Wexford Spiegel 10 Thursday the 26th of October, which is sold out. Vicar Street Saturday and Sunday the 21st and 22nd of October. Sold out. Limerick Thursday the 16th of November. Not sold out. Limited tickets are on sale from uch.ie or call their box office. Could be like an early Christmas present.
It could. Limerick is our last blowout as well.
It is. We're going to be going out. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to be going hard in Limerick.
Yep. That's going to be a heavy
you want to
one.
come and go hard with us.
Yeah, go hard or go home.
Get on it.
But Limerick will be our last live show until God knows when.
Yeah. So for anyone looking to sell or swap tickets, you can join the Hammered Facebook group. I'll pop it in the bio of the Instagram page and you can go into there and meet other people that are going as well. So Wait Till I Tell You is when we tell you a story from our life. So it's a bit of drama, scandal, madness, when someone starts off a story, but wait till I tell you. This is a story from our week that makes us say that. It's not always from the week, and this one is from the past. So, God, I actually seen a memory come from on my page. A Debs I went to was 7 years ago. It made me want to puke, yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
7 years?
7, like. But it's because I remember it so clearly. I'm like, how was that, like...
Yeah, you remember the whole thing. How was it? Where did 7 years go?
7 years ago.
Scary, isn't it?
So much has happened and freaked me out. Anyway, this story is from when I was in a relationship. Clearly not with Dano. This would not happen with him. I told us at the live show before. I've never told it on the podcast. I don't think. I haven't.
No.
I don't remember. So the story is that my ex at the time was trying to break up with me. Was breaking up with me, and I didn't want to not be with him.
Yeah.
So I was like trying everything in my power, like the pleas, the begging, the embarrassing, big, huge, long
paragraphs,
notes about how you'll never be annoying again in your life, and all these whatever. And then we had a trip to Paris booked. So I was like, right, how can I use this trip to my advantage? I wanted to go. It was my birthday gift. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, to me. It was given to him by me, and I wasn't going to go otherwise because my friends all like were in college at the time or like working or whatever. I was like, I don't fucking want to go to Paris. Like, I think I was more concerned about the trip to Paris than about him. And I was like, come on, we just go. Like, we'll be friends. Like, clearly fucking hot. Like, please, I really want to go, don't want to waste it. And I came up with this mastermind plan. I created this fake email address for the hotel. I still remember the name, but it was like Hotel Montparnasse or something. Made up the fake email, which is probably
illegal.
no, it's not.
No, it wouldn't be.
No.
Would it?
And I copy and paste. Obviously, I'd booked it on mybooking.com because I booked my own birthday present. And I copy and pasted the whole email, the booking.com one, and it looked so real. It was like the whole template of like, do you know when you get a booking.com thing where it's like a blue banner?
Blue bits on it.
Reservation
and all,
number on the side, everything. And I copied and pasted the whole thing of the confirmation, clipped out all the part where it said your booking's now confirmed, blah, blah, blah. Like, took out all that and filled it with like, hello. Actually, I'm going to try finding it.
You don't still have it.
I probably do.
Shut the front door. How?
I found it a while ago. Hang on.
Who would you have sent it to? Or like?
Yeah, I think I sent it to myself. I think that's why I have it. Hotel. Oh, what was it called? I don't know if it's the same book or not.
This is why there's that saying that, like, what is it about Paris again?
The curse?
The curse of Paris.
When you have to pretend. Hang on.
It's a really real thing. It's honestly a curse.
I need to find it immediately.
Send it to yourself in a text, like.
No, I sent it in. I forwarded on the email to see what it would look like. No, it's not. Anyway, I bet you I'll think of it when we stop. But anyway, I made a fake thing and I was like, "Hello, we have selected your room for a free upgrade and or a free suite or something like that, like to try and make them go with me." And I sent it and it looked so fucking real. But yeah, it was so real looking. I sent him it. I was like patiently waiting for him to be like, okay, fine, we'll go. Got a free upgrade. Radio silence. I was like, has the hotel like sent you any stuff or nothing? And he was like, no. So I don't know actually if you've ever seen it or went to his drunk or something. But needless to say, he still didn't go with Paris with me.
You didn't go?
No.
I thought you went.
No. He still didn't want to go after the. I don't know what I would have done though if he wanted to go and we got to the hotel and he's like, where's the free upgrade?
Fucking I don't know.
Like that wouldn't have been out of character for me at the time. I was crazy.
So what happened with the Paris trip?
Gone.
Nothing.
I was depressed.
Did he book it or did you?
I think he booked the flights. And I booked the hotel, but he was going to pay for it when we got there.
Okay.
But I booked it on my booking.com, but I was depressed.
So then you just
so sad. No.
And then was that the last time you broke up?
Yeah, that was
it.
That was it, yeah.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. I think it was for Valentine's Day. The holiday was. Didn't Donna book us Paris actually?
No, he was going to.
Oh, he hasn't booked it yet. He told me he booked flights.
He was looking at the week of the live shows.
Yeah.
And I was like, Dano.
Of course he did.
No, silly man.
Anyway. Yeah. So we didn't go to Paris and that was the end of us.
Aww.
Yeah. No.
We've been to Paris twice since that, haven't we?
Yeah.
Has it been twice?
We should go again this year.
Great crack. Get that room again with the scary girl on the wall.
Oh my god, yeah. That hotel was lovely though.
That restaurant we went to was a ball.
Oh
we had a great night, didn't we?
We went in, it was empty. And
Empty.
what's it called again?
Victoria?
Yes, Victoria. If you're going to Paris, it's very nice.
Yeah.
And the food was
But go late. But I think it's like Spanish. Like they eat late. Really late.
Mm-hmm.
So we went for like dinner time, like 8 o'clock or something. Nah.
Oh, the
place
truffle pasta.
Oh, place didn't kick off till like 10 or 11. And then it like turned into like a nightclub or something. It was mad, wasn't it?
Yeah. So, and the singer and all walking around.
Yeah.
Oh, delicious.
Very good.
Delicious.
If you hear me on and through this episode, I'm really sorry. I've hit a wall in the last few minutes. I've had a Nando's. That's it. I slept really well last night though.
Yeah, so did I.
Really well.
Oh, we had a sleepover.
We had a sleepover. My first sleepover in Charlene's house.
Yeah.
It
Slept
was
so well.
radio silence. It was beautiful. I didn't hear it.
Quiet place. Yeah, I know.
So nice.
Yeah. It's nearly like I put on. I don't always listen to a podcast. Depends how tired I am to go to sleep. But like if I'm wrecked, I hit the pillow and I'm gone.
Gone.
I need to get a softer pillow though. My pillow is very hard.
No, they're just really new.
Do you think I need to break them in? We were laughing at when you have pillows. They're years.
Oh yeah.
There was one at my mum and dad's house, and it's like
they're like a wet tea bag.
There's a sack.
That's exactly what it's like. A wet tea bag. Yeah.
There was like clumps of like whatever. I don't know what's in a pillow, but like just balls of it, like a big potato in your thing.
Like the filling isn't like consistent throughout. It's like here.
Yeah. Dano hates that pillow.
Yeah.
Every time he came over when I still lived there, he's like, "Why do you still have this thing?"
It has sentimental value. Yeah. Buy them for me.
I just don't think of pillows really.
No, it's one of those things you just don't think of buying yourself.
No. But moving on to peak and bleak of the week. We always give our like best bit and worst bit of the week. This week I'm gonna say my best bit was the sleepover. My whole weekend was my best bit.
Aww.
Yeah.
The whole
the whole weekend, like, because I was really busy last week, so I think I needed just that like switch off.
Yeah.
So went had a sleepover. You got a lovely pizza.
We did.
Had a nice chill night.
We watched a lovely love movie.
Oh yeah.
We tried to have a glass of wine, but Charlene doesn't have a bottle opener.
Yeah. I only have a bottle opener, as in like a beer bottle opener.
Why do you even have one of them?
I don't know what I thought I was going to be drinking, to be honest. But I need to get a proper bottle opener. And we had a Prosecco instead. So that was and also Zip It. Oh my God. It is, we have to go.
So fun.
I don't even like heights, but I was actually grand.
That's what when you were saying you were going, I was like, Char, you hate heights.
I hate heights usually, but I was like a daredevil. And you know what? Actually, the second one we went on, we done the orange course, done the white, I think, and then the blue was the next one up again. And I was up on the ladder, and this one was the only one that has a really high first ladder to get up.
Right.
Whereas other ones have like a ladder and then another thing to get up again.
Okay.
But like that free, I was on that, and I was like 3 steps away from the top, and I go, girl, I think I need to get down, because I was looking down at them and they looked really tiny.
Yeah.
Whereas when they're ahead of you, it's not as bad.
No.
But I was like, oh, looking at them like that, and
it's tough though, isn't it?
It is
like
tough.
You're sweating, climbing up the things, and like.
Yeah. But I nearly got down, and I was like, mind over matter. And I done it. I kept going. I'm very proud.
You were attached on, like, well, you have to attach yourself.
I was so close to just being like, oh, I just want to go back. I think I did. I went back down a few steps, and then went back up again. Yeah.
And to finish the course, did you do the jump off thing?
No, they wouldn't let us do it because it was too dark to do it.
Oh.
We had to just do the zip line.
Okay.
Instead, which is so good.
Zip line
I was down to the jump thing.
The jump thing.
Yeah.
I was terrified.
Yeah.
Because it feels so unnatural. Like you
did
feel
you do it?
Yeah.
Or zip it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, you're like ages ago.
So, was it after COVID? I think I did it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I loved it.
Did it for a date.
Staff
A date
so
day
nice.
Sunday.
Great date idea, guys.
Yeah, it actually
if you're looking
was.
for somewhere to go with your boyfriend or girlfriend, whatever, like, great place. Even for a first date, I feel like I kind of be the ick though if they were scared.
Oh no, ick. Watching a man get into a harness.
I wouldn't mind a harness now.
No, actually watching myself get into a harness. I'd give them the ick.
Yeah. But getting up, if they start being scared, I'd be like, oh no.
No.
What would you do if I was stuck up a tree? How would you save me?
Yeah, what are you going to do?
But when you're on, my worst thing was when you're on the platforms between each activity.
Yeah.
The tree shakes when in the wind.
Oh.
And I just didn't like being on that. I didn't care. I would have done any height activity, but just how shaky the platforms are, the trees on them.
When we were there was loads of kids there at the same time.
Yeah, there was kids there when I was there.
But like they were like skipping you, like waiting on the platforms and all.
Yeah.
I'll shove you off.
Yeah, there was a kid that kept coming on it when I was on it. I was like, sorry, one at a time.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. There's a reason that that's real.
Do you know what I mean?
Real. I don't want to get the whole thing to break.
No, yeah.
Because you're meant to only do one, like you can have 3 on the platform at a time, but 1 on the opposite at a time. And you kept butting behind.
No.
And it was stressing me out because he's flying up behind me.
No, it actually is a good date though.
Yeah.
We went there and then to Johnny Fox's.
Oh, that's nice. That's
a nice Sunday.
That's a really nice
Isn't
Sunday. Yeah.
If
anyone has any suggestions of more activities like that, let me know.
Yeah, that I could do with Charlene because they ain't no man in my life.
Yeah.
Nope.
My boyfriend lives in England. My bleak of the week is...
I feel like it's something really sad. My boobs are really out today. Sorry, guys.
Lovely babe.
Lovely. Hot and sad or bleaky.
Oh, me and my friend Lauren went and done a content day on Saturday, and it just was a tragic, epic fail.
She's talking over our arsehole because she showed me
because
these
I got
photos
one. I only got one photo though.
No, but you, in your mind, you got one. If anybody was to look at that, you got at least 100. They're beautiful.
Yeah, but I can't post. I can only post one post the same outfit. I can't keep posting the same outfit 100 times.
You should have done a carousel.
I am going to
10 of them.
I am gonna.
Oh yeah, 10 of them.
But I mean, I meant we went out to get 4 outfit pictures and 1 reel, and I got 1 picture. Because we went to the Asian market called, oh my god, what's the name? I'm gonna put it on TikTok. I can't remember.
Can we go there soon?
Oh my,
because I want the corn dog.
Oh guys, the Korean corn dogs.
I want one.
Oh my god, they rolled them. So I got the one, you can pick one. So you have the Korean corn dog that's just the sausage.
Mm-hmm.
You have one that's just cheese. You have one that's cheese and sausage.
Yeah.
So half and half, and then they wrap it in the crumb, whatever, and then you can either get normal wrapped in potato or the crumb, and then your ramen noodles.
Yeah, I
deep
saw
fried.
that one.
That's the one I got.
Oh, is
Crispy.
it?
Yeah, crispy on the outside. Then they roll it in sugar. But ketchup, mayonnaise, and mustard on it. I don't use like mustard, but everything's works so well together.
It's
I was
just
like,
all
because
compliment.
I was like, what's the
each
best?
other.
I asked the girl to tell. She was like, that's the way Koreans eat. I was like, yeah, say no more.
me-
Say less.
Yeah.
Yeah. Best thing ever.
You need
But
to.
it was my bleak that I didn't get enough content that I wanted to get.
Ah,
But it was a good day either way.
yeah.
Yeah.
My peak of the week is that we're going to Vegas on Friday.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my bleak of the week is that I have no clothes for Vegas on Friday.
You'll make it work.
I
I
always
ordered
do,
some
so.
stuff last night.
Yeah, but they're like daytime shit. It'll work.
You need like we probably we'll go out every night, but like you know yourself, you sometimes end up wearing the day thing in the night if you get too drunk enough.
Yeah. No, make it work. It always works out. It's fine. I'm just gonna.
Everything
Raid
works
my
out in
wardrobe.
favor.
Yeah.
What's that TikTok?
Is there anything else? No. Yeah.
Yeah.
Peak is that we're going. Bleak is that I've no clothes. But I do this to myself every
But we're
holiday.
still
I go
going
on.
either way.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a great time.
I do it every time, so it's fine. It'll
I
work.
get reunited with the girls.
I know. What the hell?
I haven't seen Quiva since.
Why was I there? Was I there this year?
No,
When was the last time I was there?
for the Katie Taylor boy.
Last May.
Yeah,
Shit, yeah.
that was your last time, and then we haven't seen Quiva since she was home in the summer. Can't remember what month that was. July, June.
Were we going away? Was I going away? I think I was going to Portugal, was I, or something?
I was in. No, it was June because I went to Portugal with her.
Oh,
I brought her.
were
Yeah,
going
remember I
away.
brought her
Oh,
to that,
yeah, yeah.
And then I haven't seen Lucy since she moved, which was I'm gonna say May or well before that. I'm really bad at dates.
I'm terrible with it. I've
I
no
haven't
time
seen Lucy in a
concept.
long time.
None.
Yeah, it was about April, May.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be like an episode of The Hangover.
I know. Who's gonna get married? Who's gonna
Hopefully
lose all the
me.
money in the casino?
Hopefully me too.
Yeah.
No.
Get the mortgage up for the cat.
Yeah, Jesus. Gone.
But yeah, very exciting. Today on How I Drink, we are joined by DJ and radio presenter Marty Guilfoyle.
Hello,
Marty.
This is so
to How I
mad.
Drink.
I'm like a fan.
Are you?
Now I'm on the show. This is so weird.
Do you listen to us stuff?
I haven't listened in a while now.
Oh.
Okay.
But I've said this to your producer Leanne, the amount of times that like I'd listen to you guys when I'm going to sleep. Not that you guys bore me or anything.
I do that with
"Shit,
podcasts.
Charlene
though.
does
Yeah, I
you
do
do that
that.
with your own podcast?
No.
Oh,
no, not that much. No, Sean and Carly's podcast. I used to love
it works.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
It's just
yeah.
people talking that makes you. See,
And-
I get too invested in the conversation, so then I'm
And
like,
your
why do I-
chats are always real nice and easy to listen to. I
You're
don't
not
have to.
screaming.
You're
Yeah,
not screaming or making me wonder, like, mental stuff that's happening in the
Yeah.
world. Like,
Yeah.
it's so nice to follow.
I like that though.
mindless.
People don't have to think. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the point.
We're also sitting on the wrong sides today. I feel this is my bad side. So
Are
every
we?
clip.
Oh my god, it's mine too. Am I
it
allowed to admit
yours?
that? Yeah. I'll admit
For
it. Yeah.
sure. So we want to go to your DJing days. How did you? Well, you're still in them, but how did you
Yeah.
start DJing?
Where did it all start
Yeah.
from?
Leaving Sir Holiday.
Really?
Rang the parents and said I wasn't coming home. I was in the Canary Islands, yeah. So must have been 4 a.m. in a nightclub in Lanzarote. It was called 9 to 8, and I was hammered. Like I was locked, and I was at the back. And the DJ, his name was DJ Coco Loco, was playing some remix.
What a name for a DJ.
He was like in his 50s, like living his best life, like just DJing in Lanzarote for his whole career.
Deadly.
He was playing a remix of Lady Gaga's Poker Face.
Yeah.
I looked up at him, and I had business and law and Trinity as number one on my CAO, and then all of a sudden I'm like, I want to do that. Yeah, so I went up to
What a
him,
change! Like,
and he was like, "Oh, I'll give you a job as a barman, and you can learn how to DJ before the club opens every night." So I rang my mum and dad, and I said, "Look, I'm gonna hang on and learn how to DJ." And of course, my mum was like, "You are in your hole, like, get home now." And I was like, "No, I'll be back in time to start college in October." Like, but yeah, and I stayed on for a couple of months. Really liked it. Ended up getting a radio slot with Liffey Sound FM out in Lucan.
I did my work experience there. I
Did
think.
you actually?
Ah,
No way!
did.
Out
Or
behind the little in Ballyone.
Yeah,
Did you?
I
You're the
did.
first person
I
now
did.
That knows that.
that knows that and has actually done something.
I had some of my mom knew, or some, I don't know who, someone, who my mom knew worked there at the time, and I think I did a little bit of some sort of experience there. But yeah, I know exactly where that
I
is.
just rang them and I
Did
was
you?
like, I'd love to be on the radio, and they were like, you can't just ring a radio station and say I want to be on the radio. But he was like, but come on down, and I was like, okay.
Oh my god.
So yeah, so that was when I was a teenager, and yeah, here we are now. I guess it's
then.
going okay. Like yeah,
Of course.
And you obviously have quite a big following on TikTok. And that's, when did you start that? Was that like a COVID
I started
thing?
that when it wasn't Musical.ly anymore, and
I never had Musical.ly.
Either did I, but I think that was for, I know people say TikTok is a younger demographic, like we all use it at the end.
Yeah.
It's really not, like, but Musical.ly definitely was. And I'd never even heard of it. When TikTok was launched, I was told, look, you need to do this. And I'm sure you guys were the same. It's like, oh, like
another one.
And here I am now on WhatsApp channels. Have you heard of this?
No.
WhatsApp channels. So you can have WhatsApp. You go to your updates thing on the bottom left corner on WhatsApp. You can follow people on WhatsApp now.
And like see what they're doing?
You just post updates like it's a timeline. Yeah.
No.
Wow.
Another one. Yeah. Exactly, yeah. So that was the same. And I posted a video maybe 6 or 7 months in, ended up getting something like 35 million views, 7 million likes.
Wow.
Like, and then it just went from there.
And so, what was the video?
The video was, remember Dua Lipa's song Don't Start Now, but it was like, did a full 180. So I was playing that at a gig.
Yeah.
The trend on TikTok was to do a 180 in a situation that you don't want to be in. And you bump into your ex on a night out, so did a full 180.
Oh, and ran.
So when I played that at the gig, the whole crowd did a 180. And I was like, what's going on?
Oh my God.
So that went super viral, yeah. So then since then, it's just been like, okay, this is the main one for me now.
Yeah.
Tell us what a typical night out as a teenager was like for you.
Oh, wow.
Like when did you start going to like nightclubs?
Wes was 14, 100%. 13, 14 years of age going to Wes and Donnybrook. Tramco at Mines came along at 16. Did you guys ever go to Tramco?
My sister did.
I heard of it.
A little bit older than me.
Tramco. And then we'd Reds in town. I think it was called Reds.
Never even heard of that.
21s, which is now, or gone now. That became...
22s, did it? No.
Was it 22s?
It's 22s now.
No.
Is that
there wasn't 21s in Delir Street, which was...
the same thing.
What was the one around it's closed recently.
Play. It was called...
Play, yeah.
And then it was called...
Tramline. There we go. Yes,
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
21s. So we did all them pre-18 when you had to be 18 for them. And yeah, where do I start? Like robbing the drink from the cabinet.
Evolve in there.
Yeah, so I loved it.
I was a professional at that at some stage.
Really?
And you'd fill it back up with water thinking it was like...
My parents to this day will tell me there was already water in it. And I was like, no, there wasn't.
No, there was. No, absolutely not.
Yeah, you're just raging. We did one over on you. But
Yeah.
no, that was so much. Look, I wasn't expecting that question. Looking back now, yeah. Wes, Tramco,
I did
Reds,
Wes as well, yeah.
21s. You did Wes as well? Up until what age did you do?
Oh, God, second year or something.
Oh, really?
That was
Okay.
it. Yeah,
we kept it up to the point when we were going to old Wes. Ever heard of that?
No.
That was like the over 18s Wes, but for like 16-year-olds.
What?
They accepted a photocopy of your passport.
Stop it.
So we had a guy in the
edit them.
group who would like edit them, Photoshop them. But the thing is, I didn't notice until he did this. Your date of birth and your passport is actually also on the very bottom of it. So there's like a code at the bottom of it.
Oh, yeah,
So
I've
we
seen it.
used to catch people out with that. Because
Yeah,
people would just
people
edit
wouldn't
the top
think.
one.
Yeah, you wouldn't think. Yeah.
The amount of people getting sent back, they're like, no, you're only 16, off you go. We were smug at the back. I had my car keys and everything, my Fiat Cinquecento, my little white washing machine. I was like,
God.
I'm definitely getting in here, no bother. Yeah.
And on a night out, what kind of person would you have been back in the day? Like, would you be one on the dance floor?
Yeah.
The one
back
getting the
then.
girls?
Back
Did you actually, we were talking about, we used to go around trying to kiss as many men as you could.
When you were a teenager, yeah.
Yeah, would you have done that with girls?
We didn't really do that. No, we spoke about it obviously afterwards. Yeah, I mean, it was all the terms and stuff like, and then, but I actually had blonde hair when I was a teenager. So I started off at highlights, and then one day I just went full peroxide blonde.
Did you just bleach the whole thing?
Bleached the whole thing. Went for it. For some reason, I always had a pink shirt and I had the collar popped. Like I was.
Oh no, that's like the guy. What's the guy's name? The two of them.
Oh no,
He has the big long cap. Damo and Ivor.
Oh no! So funny enough, then I ended up on Damo and Ivor.
Stop it!
Genuinely, yeah. Obviously, what's his name? I can't remember his name. Who plays
That
both
does,
of them.
yeah.
But he had
She's
this.
a great guest. I do for the.
Yeah.
He'd be great, yeah.
Yeah.
Damo and Ivor days.
Yeah.
I actually ended up on Damo and Ivor.
That's so
Must have been
funny.
from these photos or something. Just driving his car in a scene, and then when he was, which one was which? Damo and Ivor. Which was the?
Damo was the guy from.
The mad one.
Ivor was the posh one with the
Yeah.
polos.
Are they meant to be from like
different
north
places.
and south, isn't it?
Yeah.
It was North Dublin and South Dublin.
Yeah, so Damo's
pretty much.
north and Ivor south.
Ivor said,
Yeah.
yeah. So Damo robbed the car off me. That was how it worked. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So The amount of times
Your
I got that
porch.
growing up. Oh, my porch.
Your
sports porch. I was like, pork it out front. And they told me to like put on the accent. I was like, pork it out front. I threw the keys at him. Looking back at that, it's so cringe. But the amount of times I got that as a teenager, Damon and Ivor, Jesus,
Yeah. And going back to TikTok, you were in the Hype House.
Oh my God.
It's called Hype. Yeah, Hype
They
House.
called it a goat house.
Sorry, Go House.
But it was meant to be a hype house. That was the plan.
It's the same idea as one.
It was the same idea as one. And unfortunately, the idea of a hype house just didn't register well in Ireland at all.
I feel like we try and sometimes jump on American trends, and it's just like,
pick up the same.
as the Irish, we should do our own thing. Like, I feel like us trying to follow American banter and stuff doesn't even work.
No.
Like, we're too completely. We couldn't be.
It's the same as TV from the UK, isn't it?
Yeah.
We try to copy their game shows and
It's
stuff.
like,
Yeah,
Doesn't work. We need to do our own spin on things.
What would we do though? Like, hey, how do we get a bunch of people into a house? Like, what do you call it? Like,
just a session. yeah. That was
Drinking
that's
only
literally what
allowed.
I'd say. Imagine like a Big Brother weekend, cameras in a house.
but
The
see,
shenanigans
the
you
thing
get up to.
is, so that would be great, but that's what people thought the goat house was.
Okay.
So that's where all the issues came up, because they thought that we were all going in there as like Big Brother or Love Island contestants, when that wasn't the idea.
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
The idea was that we all put our followings together and
For
it worked-
content, like.
Yeah, and it worked out the house as a whole. We had about 20 mil. Like, it was crazy. There
Followers
I was
altogether.
gone after a couple of days.
There was controversy. Was it because you were
like
older?
out?
It's because that there was 3 girls under 20 in the house.
Okay.
There was 10 of us.
Aye.
And a tweet went viral before anyone had done their research about, and it was Marty Guilfoyle is living in a house with teenage girls.
Like-
So that was the context of the tweet. People read the tweet, didn't do their research, and that just went nuts. I was trending ahead of the coronavirus. It was mental. My mom woke up. My mom loves a good, or X, whatever you want to call it. My mom loves a good scroll on Twitter. She
Yeah.
was like, yeah.
Like,
So
why are you all over there?
she was like, oh my God, my son's trending. What's this about?
doing
His
brilliant.
song must be doing really well. And then she was reading the tweets and she was like, oh fuck, I need to make sure he's okay.
But like, people obviously read that and assumed like fucking 14-year-olds or something. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, teenagers,
Like-
you automatically assume. And
yeah.
the fact that there was no like, what about everyone else that was there in their 20s?
Yeah.
It was just like
Why
such
you?
it was like this, whoever put, I remember the tweet really well. It was basically, she was giving her experience of being a teenager, living with a guy in his
Living with-
20s. And that it was predatory, it was weird, she didn't like it, she felt like this, that, and the other. And like, I felt for her. I was like, that's definitely
That's
doesn't
your-
sound like a nice
yeah,
situation
yeah,
to be in. That's a serious, like, I really do feel for you. But this is not that. But
Yeah.
people obviously love to read
it as
something.
that.
And it was kind of in like our second or third lockdown. I think people were on their phones more than they were anyway.
yeah.
Like, we all love a bit of drama. I think that it was heightened more based on what we were all going through anyway. You know,
course.
anyway.
Yeah.
But,
But that must have been really hard for you to go through that. Like, did you find that difficult, seeing
It was
so much
weird.
bad stuff about yourself? Like,
So I tried to not read it because it was all so fake and it was all lies. Of
course.
So that's why at first it was easy to read it, because I was kind of laughing at some of them. I was like, wow, some of these are really creative.
They were so ridiculous.
yeah.
So ridiculous. But then what happened was it was really upset my mom.
Yeah.
Of course.
And that's when other people are getting involved. I'm like, here, this is a bit much. So we
Yeah.
put together a statement and we stuck it out. But what I loved is that I think when it comes to people in Ireland, when it comes to like media and stuff, like we all say hi to each other. We all get along. So everyone properly had my back on day 2.
Yeah.
Which was great.
Of course.
And then people started deleting tweets and stuff because they realized how wrong they were. And those tweets could be used against them and stuff. And some of them were just vile.
and they hop on the bandwagon though, and they
That's
try
what
to
it
create
is.
this narrative, and like then they realize, oh shit, if I had actually researched, I'd be wrong.
Yeah.
And they were wrong. Like,
And
yeah.
I never replied to negativity online ever. But I caved on one at that one particular time. And the only reason why I caved was in his bio, he had, things are tough at the moment. If you need to reach out and talk to anybody, I'm here.
It's always them.
Yeah. So I quote retweeted him and screenshotted his
Bio.
and I said, look,
love
I'm
it.
going through a bit of a tough time. Can I talk to you?
Ah,
I know it was real sassy in that,
No,
but
I
I
love
was
it though.
like,
Yeah.
no, I was like, you can't have that in your bio and then
Yeah.
slate someone online that you've never met
No.
before.
No.
No.
And his reply was in a DM. So
Oh,
he
God.
was really nervous. He was like, please, can you delete that? I'm getting loads of hate DMs from people who clearly like you.
Yeah.
He was like, I didn't think you'd see it and stuff. And it all actually kind of made me realize is that like, if you build a following online or if anyone sees you online or whatever, some people actually don't, you are just, it's so hard to explain.
Picture, like you're 2D.
Now,
Yeah.
that's actually such a good way
Yeah,
of putting it.
that's what I think
To
of it
him,
as, yeah.
him saying, I didn't think you'd see it. And it's like, wow, like.
But why did you think I wouldn't see it? Like that's what I never
I'm
get.
a human. I'm scrolling like
but
you
you
are.
nailed it. That's such a good way of putting it. You're 2D. You're just on a screen. Yeah. Exactly. So he was very apologetic and stuff, and then the tweet was deleted. I did feel sorry for him in the end because he got a lot of hate towards his Twitter for it, like, you know. But he posted it at the end of the day too. So.
Exactly, it's his responsibility as well.
Yeah.
I felt bad for the girls because I'm like, that's such a terrible assumption to make on these guys because they're all just creators too. They're 18, 19 years of age. They're after hopping on this huge new app. They're doing so well, and people are trying to like pull them down and brand them as that kind of a person.
Yeah,
they were upset too. They were like, "What's going on here?" Like, you know. So yeah.
No. Going back to DJing, lots of people think that DJs are like drinking loads and out doing drugs, and like I feel like DJs are like stereotyped. Is that a good way?
Yeah, there is kind of a yeah.
What time? Yeah.
What do you think about the stereotype?
The stereotype is funny.
Is it? Like, do you just laugh at it?
I do drink.
Okay.
Hand on heart. Like, and people obviously always say this to me when I'm on a podcast or doing a feature or something. I'm obviously going to say, I've never done drug in my life.
Yeah. Do you not get out your bicky before you go on and do a session? No. Imagine Martin. Yeah, just the odd time.
I heard that completely wrong for a second, and I realised what you said.
What do you think she said?
I thought you said, do you not get out your Mickey before you say I was like, no, actually, I've never been asked that question.
I mean, you tweet going around if that was the case.
Yeah. Martin gets his Mickey out before he gets. Hand on heart, never touched any of those. Like, I've never been into it.
But is it around you in the industry?
All the time.
Yeah.
Like, even say recently there in Cavas, I had a gig, and all the DJs in the lineup were all offering me it, to the point where they were offering me things that I'd never even heard of before, but they were all the same, just different names. And I actually thought at one point I was being offered something. I thought they were looking for this girl. It had a girl's name, whatever this pill was. I don't know. And I was like, oh, I don't know where she is. Yeah, I was like, I don't know.
Oh my god.
And they'd already offered me something else. So then it made me realize, oh, they obviously do these together. Like, you know, I always say it, like, I feel like I'm the world's most uncool DJ. Now, I do love a drink.
Yeah.
As in, like, I don't love a drink, but I love a drink.
Yeah.
So, like, always before a gig, little, I don't know, whether it's a pint or an espresso martini, fond of them. But no, on the drugs thing, but I'm around it all the time.
Yeah.
Like, there's no point in, like, but like we all know it's out there and stuff.
Of course.
We're not oblivious.
Even at Electric Picnic and stuff, the app, like, you know, warning people that there was a special pill going around and stuff. And they
had a little drug testing tent there.
I didn't see that.
Taken off. You
no, so apparently when you walk to it, the guards aren't allowed to like search it. Because obviously you're going in, you're giving them a drug or part. I don't know if it's part of it or like whatever.
Oh, okay.
But you give them something when you walk out, but the guards can't like get you on the way out and be like, like, the whole point is that it's like a vibration.
Yeah, because if you're going in, you're admitting that you have
something. Or you have something. No, because you're not. They're not testing your body. They're testing the drug.
You bring your drug into them, and
do something. Found it.
Or it's just you're bringing it in willingly, being like, will you test this and make sure it's not.
One thing I did find funny is remember they were trialing the drug bins as you go into the festivals. Remember that? And I was like, oh my god! So
that's just like a free bin for people to go over.
Yeah.
Jackpot! Yeah. That's their drug. Imagine
someone who's never taken a drug in their life finds this bin and they're like off their head. Wow. They're like, "Whoa, that was the best bin ever!" And they were giving you an opportunity, like one last opportunity to dump the drug before the festival. I'm like, they've gotten that far. I'm like hardly.
Oh my god! I didn't know.
The last hurdle.
Okay, fine. I've spent my money on this. Here you go. Yeah. And then I was like, who's getting that bin afterwards? Like,
where does it go?
Oh my god!
But you're around it all the time.
Around it all the time, absolutely. Obviously more so abroad than here. But even in the bathroom, like I could go to like the bathroom before my set and stuff, and like someone's like taking a piss beside me, and they'd be like, "Do you have anything at all?"
Or they're asking
me, "Do I have it?" Yeah, they assume I have it.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, "No, sorry, I don't know." And then it's always 99% of the time it's a backtrack. And so, oh, geez, no, fair play to you. No. Like I'm just like, you know, like it's not.
I never do.
I was just telling you.
That was it. It's always a backtrack, and I say the same thing. I'm like, look, you.
I don't care.
Oh, I don't care. Like I'm in an environment where it's always there. If I was so against it, like I wouldn't be in this job. Like,
of course.
But always ask for it. Always around it for sure. It's funny, but not once. It's so weird. Like I don't know why, because like I consider myself a very addictive personality, and that's not why. That's not the reason why I haven't taken it. But as in, I've never even been curious by it. Like it's so weird.
It's just in your brain that you're blocked. You're just like no.
Like if you work in a cafe, which I've done before when I was a teenager, like the marshmallow bowl, couldn't get my hands out of it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was around them all the time. I was like the marshmallows, the crisps, you name it. I was like stuffing my face with everything. This just has never appealed to me. Now I know it's a weird thing to compare drugs and like a marshmallow bowl in a cafe. But when you're around it all the time,
Of course.
you can kind of understand why some people would kind of dip in and out of it.
Sure,
Yeah.
But no, not once.
It's never appealed to you.
No.
And
I mean, I did a weed brownie in Amsterdam when I was like 26 and couldn't feel my
there
legs
you
after. But like, was crying in a park in Amsterdam for 3 hours until the feeling came back. Yeah, I can't feel my legs. Yeah,
Crying in the park.
yeah, literally. Yeah, so maybe that's put me off. But,
What is are your feelings towards all the venues closing down? I feel like there's nothing left.
it's mad. Yeah,
No nightclubs.
Like, where do you be DJing? There's nothing left.
I saw a TikTok there recently. Someone had put up a video about they went on a night out in Dublin. They were like, nightlife in Dublin's thriving, and I was like, where?
Where are you?
What Dublin are you in?
Tell
What
me
Dublin
where
are
you
you
are.
in? Most of my gigs, though, like I've always tried to keep out of Dublin in a way.
Really?
I find most of my following is outside of Dublin. I ran some nights there, and like Thursday nights I'd be a part of a thing in Opium before for students and stuff, and the odd one or two I do, but. Yeah, it's mental seeing it, like the capital. Like, you know, I had a gig there in Cork last week, which is the real capital, they call it.
Yeah.
And it was just a Thursday night, and it was just mental. And
Hopping.
we're doing that again on Wednesday with Cascada. Oh my god!
Oh my god.
And the teenage Marty's screaming right now, and I have to play
Wow.
it so cool.
Oh my
Nice
God,
to
no,
meet
I
you. My head.
Yeah, what's your name again?
Yeah, what's that song? Every time we walk the
Yeah. Don't know that one. No.
And that's sold out, and that's a Wednesday night. Like,
Wow.
you know? And then I feel like in Dublin on a Wednesday, I wouldn't even know if someone came up to me and they were like, "Oh, I'm in Dublin on a Wednesday. Where should I go?"
I wouldn't know.
McDonald's. I used to go. Where else are you gonna go?
Do you remember?
McDonald's on Grafton Street
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
That's a good McDonald's.
Yeah. I don't. There's nothing. But like, they're getting rid of nightclubs. Like, obviously, you have your usuals that we'd end up in 37, 22s, like that up around there. Like we'd end up. But other than that, like
That's it.
that is literally it.
Isn't
But
it
there's
so-
Crystal's still there.
Crystal, yeah.
I know.
Harcourt Street is still there. I wouldn't really venture into
Everly
They're
Harcourt.
not. Are they
Street.
like Everly? Are these clubs?
No, that's not a club to me.
No, they're
Club
not.
to me is like what Rights used
Like
to be.
Crystal's not a club.
That's a club.
Really.
That's like
Isn't it
when
not?
someone asks my favorite place to play, like
Right.
it's always up there.
Yeah.
As one of my favorite nights I've ever had working is the right venue.
That's a
100%.
big club, or like
proper spot, like a proper
Yeah.
nightclub.
Yeah.
Like one of the best clubs I've ever played in is in Carlow, the Foundry.
Wow. I've
Yeah.
heard of that.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a
I've
super
heard
club.
that. Mhm.
yeah.
Like it holds, the capacity must be about 1,500 people.
Wow.
And it's huge. Like, and it's in the middle of Carlow town. I think
Yeah.
they have McDonald's as well, actually.
Sold.
Right opposite it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's one of the best places.
Yeah,
that
But
I've
like
ever-
they're getting rid of nightclubs, but aren't they extending the night out till 6 a.m?
So that I remember I read this about, they actually introduced this but during COVID as something when you come out of COVID that you're going to be able to do.
Yeah, I thought
I think it's coming in.
already.
I think I heard it again
I think
recently.
it could be
a
in,
thing
and I think everyone's just waiting for one person
to do it.
but I don't know if you have to pay an extra license fee to open. But
Probably.
it'll be an interesting one when people start doing it because I
No,
don't know.
the fear of God.
Like,
Imagine leaving a nightclub
as
and seeing
much
someone going to work.
Like
I would hang my head.
I love 37. I love Crystal, but like, are they going to stay open until 6 a.m? You're
I think it's discretionary. Is that the word? Like you can decide where you do it. Like the place can decide
Right,
if
right,
they want to
okay.
do it.
Yeah.
I think it's
Sorry.
just that the license is.
You're right.
Yeah.
As in, they don't have to open till
Yeah,
6.
but if they wanted, the
If
license
they
is there
want
to do it.
Yeah.
Imagine.
They could do it on the night as well. If they had the license, they could probably decide like once it gets to 2:30, 3 and people are kind of like, meh, keep going if you want.
It'd be like Ibiza. You wouldn't want to go out till 1:30, 2 o'clock. There'd be no point
Yeah.
going out at like 10 or 11.
So I've thought about this. There'd be two crowds. The
early crowd,
the early crowd and
and
the
the late
late.
crowd, yeah. And then we
Yeah.
figured that we'd probably end up doing double sets in 2 different venues then.
Yeah, true.
Because you'd have time to get from one to the other.
Happy days.
Yeah. Oh, great.
Brilliant
Yeah,
for
bring it
you,
on.
right?
Like, yeah.
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 People, especially outside of this country, think that there's a big drinking culture in Ireland. Do you think there's like that exists? And like, have you seen that difference compared to other countries you've lived in and DJ'd in?
I don't know how, like, the Brits don't get it worse than us.
Really?
Blows my mind.
Oh, I think Irish are worse.
Do you?
Do you actually, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
So.
I'm going to have to... Like, I love when Ireland wins at things, but I don't want to win in this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think,
think-
it's just what we've grown up? Like being nearly told that we're the drinkers.
So I lived in France for a year, okay, and they do. I think it's because drink is so expensive, obviously, from the tax and stuff on it, and yeah, we dip in and out when we're not allowed when we're teenagers and all that. When you go to France, you can buy a half pint Now, who in Ireland buys a half
You
pint?
can, yeah, in Spain and all.
The little nanny at the bar.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but when you're
yeah.
when you're a 20-year-old student and you don't have the money, but you still want to socialize, you go and buy a half pint. So I know it sounds ridiculous, but you end up drinking less.
Yeah.
But that's because they can control themselves with it. So they can go out for half a pint, which sounds mental, I know.
Yeah.
But they'll just go for half a pint and a glass of wine. That's their night out sorted. We can't do that. That's the problem.
No. We can't,
And
stop.
It's the same thing with the off license closing at 10 o'clock. I don't think that's changed a thing. I think that like...
Oh, did that change? I didn't realise.
So the off license closing at 10 o'clock just means a dial of drinks or everything.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, what time did it used to close at?
Oh, they could open much later. I don't know. This is years ago they brought that in. But the idea is that they wanted to kind of curb drinking culture on it. And sure, everyone just gets down like...
You find it somewhere.
You find, yeah.
Your man's cabinet.
Yeah.
You'll get it from somewhere.
Or else you'll just stock up at that earlier on.
Yeah.
You just stock up earlier on. Yeah.
Earlier.
The gigs abroad that I do, I just think the Brits are just mental.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like I'm in places where there's Irish and Brits, and there's no comparison. Like we're loud. Like we are. Like we're loud and we drink a lot and all that jazz. But the Brits are just next level. I don't get... Maybe they do have a rep, I don't know, but we seem to really get it, like, as Irish people.
We're seen as little, like, people think we're little leprechauns who just drink Guinness.
We just drink,
It's just a pint of Guinness all the time around.
Yeah. Literally, especially if you're in the States, they'll definitely brand you at that one for sure. But no, abroad, oh my God, no.
Do you ever get like weird things when people have their phones up and they write stuff on it?
I love that. My favourite part.
You post them.
Yeah.
What did she say?
One guy recently posted one saying, "I fancy you, but don't tell my girlfriend." And I was like, "This is awkward." I was like, "I won't be telling your girlfriend, but we won't be following up on this either, pal." Like,
oh my God.
One guy had anyone milking in the morning. I presume that was a farming thing. Silly me being from Dublin, obviously, I was like, it is a farming thing, but I don't know if there was something else behind it. Like, it was 2 o'clock in the morning.
I'd think another thing.
Yeah.
Am I filthy to think that?
Yeah, no, the same. I was like, which way is this going here? I posted that on TikTok and everyone was like, it's a farmer thing. And I was like, okay. But yeah, no. I had 3 people once. Wait, we love you. 4, sorry. And they had a word on each one. It was like, we love you, Marty. And I was like, that's great.
Aww, one each.
Nice.
Yeah, one each.
Cool.
Yeah, but that is the fun part of the gig.
Yeah.
Is people do that. Like, and then it's also made me realize my eyesight is so bad. Like, I'm looking out in the middle.
Crap,
mid-set there, I'll be on stage and I'll be squinting. I was like, what's wrong with him? Like, I'm trying to read someone's phone in the middle. Like, yeah. So
people are so funny. What is your most requested song? I'd love to know what, like, the most... let's guess what it is.
Hey, hold on a sec. You're going up. You're on a night out, right? What song do you want to hear?
Okay, we were in Temple Bar recently, and remember he got told no.
Oh,
what?
Yeah.
We
I
were
don't know
in,
why. I don't think there was that behind that.
No, we were in a pub in Temple Bar, and your man was taking requests the way they sing, and it was
it was a live act. Okay.
Yeah,
singing,
this is the life, and you wake up in the morning and your head feels like the stars.
So wait, were you is that how you requested it?
No, he found it on his phone and was like, "Can you sing that?" And your man was like, "No, I won't be singing that."
Oh.
And we were like, "Oh, is that bad?"
Weird.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah.
Wait, so who requested this?
One of the lads we were with went up and was like, "Oh, can you sing that one?"
And he was so against it. Yeah.
I think if someone was to request off you, I'm thinking like
a bit different
cheesy
from me,
song.
Though, like, cheesy song.
Yeah, well,
I love it.
Like Mr. Brightside. Does everyone request?
Yeah.
Is that a good one? People always do that.
I have a couple of remixes of it now. I wouldn't
Do
play
you?
the actual one.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I do remember there's a remix that I have of it, okay? And I remember playing it once at a gig, and everyone like it was such a nice moment. Everyone's singing along on the breakdown, the drop hits, strobe, everything's great. I got a DM on Instagram that night and it was like, you ruined my night with that remix of Mr. Brightside.
Oh, no, I can never look at it again. Like,
so I'm like, well, in my head it went down well with everyone else. So I was like, it's grand. But
do you ever in mid DJ and try something and it fails? Does that ever happen? Like, is that a thing? Because in my head I'm like, right, DJs just put it all in the USB and you plug it in, you just stand there and pretend to move?
I do everything live. I love that part of it though.
Yeah, you enjoy,
I love it. And it goes wrong so many times.
Is it funny?
It's so funny.
Yeah.
Like, it's gas. But the thing is, no one notices. Like, I know.
Do they not?
No one really notices.
Okay.
Although there was this one controller I was playing with at a gig recently, and the way you got your 2 decks, you got your mixer. This was like an all-in-one. So I loaded the song into the one that was already playing, which meant it just replaced it and everything just stopped. And I was like, so everyone's like mid-dance and then just dead silence. So I just went to the microphone and I was just like, look, I'm after fucking up here. I'm not going to even try pass this off or blame someone. Like, like, I'm after fucking up here. Give me 2 seconds, we'll get it back. Yeah. So, but all the time. If you're doing a live, oh my God, you're leaving yourself open to that for sure. But that's the fun part of it.
Yeah.
And do you think, from what you've seen, is there a pressure for people to drink and do drugs on nights out? Like,
Big time.
I know you're watching it, but like, can you see things in the crowd, or like, I don't know, what's the vibe that you get?
Yeah, big time. I remember actually someone was Longitude I played at a couple of years ago. Someone who was working at the festival came up to me and they were telling me about how drink sales are down year on year, and they looked at me and they were like, oh, you fit fan people going to the gym and stuff, they'd rather be drinking their protein shakes instead of their alcoholic beverages. And I'm like, no, I'm sorry, pal, but they're actually all doing drugs. That's why they're not
drinking. Yeah.
Sorry, yeah. And like, I do think that there is this is where it gets kind of mad. I do think that there is like a relation between drinking and calories and then maybe doing a drug. Like I actually think that we're
probably
never thought of it like that, actually. Yeah.
No.
If someone thinks they're not consuming as much calories by just doing a drug instead.
Yeah. Like if you think that's it.
Yeah.
I honestly do, and I don't know how long they last, whatever, but when you compare them all up, I do think there's definitely an element of that in it. But like I've said this so many times, I would hate to be a teenager nowadays. Like,
would you?
Yeah,
it just seems so tough. Like, you know, back when I was a teenager, like back then, like I look out even at the over 18s gigs, you could see two people shifting in the corner or whatever, and people are recording it with their lights out on their phone and stuff. We didn't have that.
No. Yeah. Thank God my secrets are in the grave.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Everyone that you like met or whatever you want to call it on the dance floor.
Yeah.
There's no video evidence.
No evidence. Like proof
didn't
happen.
No.
Yeah, prove it. Yeah.
No proof.
No proof didn't happen. So yeah, but then even what's going on when you look at social media and stuff and you see like everyone's in incredible shape now online and all that, like the pressure must be just mental.
I feel like it was more carefree when we were teenagers.
Big time.
Yeah.
I had spiky blonde hair and a pink shirt, my collar up. Like
yeah.
We get away with one night out of that now.
No.
For it. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
We have a segment at the end of our episodes where we sipper skip. Do you know sipper skip?
No, go on.
Marty,
this must be new.
I said you were a fan.
This must be new since I stopped listening.
It's day one. So basically,
has it?
Yeah.
Oh, then I'm obviously asleep.
You're not.
Then.
Yeah. We'll let the
episode. That's what
so basically, we take a topic based on the week's episode, and because the name of the podcast is called How I Drink, we're holding our drinks, and if we sip, it means you agree. If you skip, it means you disagree.
Okay.
We're gonna do a bit of a would you rather. So we have our cans of Coca-Cola Zero Sugar.
We do.
And if you, sorry, it's not would you rather. It is. No,
kind of. That's kind of.
Now, Charlene, it's been on the show since day one. Now, come on.
So we're gonna do. So the topic is staying in a nightclub until 6 a.m. Super skip.
Skip. Oh my God.
You wouldn't do
Would
it?
you? You wouldn't?
Stay in nightclub till 6 in the morning? No.
I think once in a blue moon for a bit of.
Oh, guys, I'm the worst. I had a gig. I did a thing called Pirates Reloaded in Mallorca back in June, and it was an early gig. It was great. Like, so I was on stage at 11 o'clock. Acrobatics, flamethrowers, you name it. It was one of the coolest gigs I've ever done. I was in bed and all by 12:30. It was great.
Wow.
Yeah, everyone was like, "Oh, we're gonna stay out and go BCM and stuff," and I'm like, "No, I'm gonna go to bed tonight."
Yeah. You're done.
I suppose it's kind of like going into work when you're off, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I'd say for you it's very different because
like
you ever go
on a night off at a little pub.
I'd rather be in a nightclub though sometimes than go to like or not know where you're going next, or like
definitely with you on that. Yeah.
That hanging around waiting for something to happen. And you're
like,
just like,
no,
oh,
I'd rather. Do you ever just have a really good night and you're like, I don't want to go home yet in the nightclub? I'd rather stay till 6, but I'd like to have the option. I probably wouldn't do it if I had the option. But,
so
it's nice.
Do you thrive then when you're abroad and you're like Spain or something where they are open till 5?
Oh, you can't get bird home,
Bird stays out.
Can't get her home. Terrible.
Thanks so much, Marty, for coming on.
Marty, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure.
Cheers.
Cheers.
We should always cheers at the end.
We don't cheers. I don't know why.
Yeah. Anyway, cheers. So, Secrets in the Stalls, we always want to help you and give you advice, kind of like the conversations you have with the girls in the bathroom of a nightclub. They'll tell you things you need to hear, share the secret advice, and give you the real talk. And that's why this segment is called Secrets in the Stalls. All these dilemmas have been sent into our email address, which is homeidrink@goloudnow.com. And this is the only way we take dilemmas for the segment, not through DMs, etc. So here's the first one. Hey Charlene and Ellie, firstly I want to say the two of you are pure killing it. I've been following both of you for years. Ellie, I even requested you and Inglot to do my makeup for a disco.
Oh my God,
But you both brighten up so many girls' days with your amazing attitudes. We really both are. You should be both so proud of each other and yourselves.
Thank you so much. That's so sweet.
That's so lovely. I'm going to try to keep this short as possible and not too deep, as I'm so aware that the topic of body image and eating can be triggering to a lot of people. Like, a trigger warning if anyone is triggered by this, skip ahead. But I just wanted both of your advice. I know the two of you are so open about your fitness journeys, self-love and body image, acceptance, etc. I basically just feel as though I'm stuck in a toxic cycle with food and self-image. For reference, I'm 22 and bang average height weight. However, to maintain this completely average size, I feel as though I have to work unnecessarily harder than a lot of my friends who can eat whatever they want and not exercise without losing their fab figures. I've known and accepted this since I was very young, and the genes in my family in terms of metabolism are not great, and if I want to feel confident, I must work that little bit harder. But recently I've found myself secretly resenting the people around me for being able to have takeaways, chicken fillet rolls, nice foods every day, and for not having to constantly go for the low-calorie alcohol option on a night out. Even just the fact that their food or calories is just not constantly on their mind when eating. I've also started a new job, which is amazing for socialising, but it's meant that my strict but balanced lifestyle is becoming hard to maintain in terms of having to say no sometimes to nice meals and pints after work. I know it's so important to have a balance, but I just sometimes wish I was one of the girls that didn't have to think about it at all. I know it's probably just in a rut that I'm in right now, but I'd love to know if either of you have advice on this, as you're both absolutely beautiful inside and out. And from what I can see from your honesty online, you've both a balanced but realistic relationship with food and exercise. Thanks again, girls, and keep slaying. Love yous. Oh,
Stuff like this breaks my heart.
Same.
But it breaks my heart, but it's also something that I find really hard to understand, because thankfully I've never had I've never had a complicated relationship with food or exercise or my body. Well, like, obviously you go through phases of not like, some days you feel a bit flabbier than others, but it's never something that like
You got yourself down about.
that I've like I can so easily see how it can completely take over your mind and completely do all that. But yeah, I think I've just always kind of shrugged my shoulders and been like,
What can you do?
do you know what I mean? I'd rather be happy and flabby. Are you allowed to say that? Like, I'd rather, and I don't know, does it come from like your family and stuff? I don't know.
Yeah, I think it can.
Yeah, I don't know where it stemmed from, but like I'm never conscious of what I eat, when I eat, how much I eat.
Yeah,
which sometimes probably is bad. I definitely could.
No, well, that's good.
No, but I definitely could be picking the healthier options, and I definitely, I could probably have a nicer body and be slimmer and look after myself more. But I'm just not fucking arse.
Yeah,
I'm really not arse to live a lifestyle like that.
Yeah, you just want to enjoy yourself.
Yeah, I find it so restrictive. Like, and I get you can have you can do healthier things and like you can do all that and make it fun.
Yeah,
but I feel like there's always that little naggly voice in the back of your head, and once that naggly voice comes, that naggly voice can get louder and louder and louder and louder and just consume.
Yeah.
Did you ever have a weird relationship with food? You talked about that thigh gap stuff and all that.
Yeah, that was when I was younger. But I think that was just for my own brain or like stuff in the media and stuff. But I had a coach before that, like, put like, I don't know, made me like look at foods and think like bad.
No.
Like bad, like, do you know what I mean? My coach now, Jade McEnroe, was like the best. She's like so, like, she gets that you have a life to live as well. But anyway, I was looking at things being like bad food, good food.
Yeah.
No, don't eat, do eat that, do you know what I mean? And like I didn't have any rest days, and like my rest days I'd be in the gym, be on the stair machine.
No.
And like sometimes that just like things like that, it's still like I always still sometimes compare myself to that time, even though that wasn't that's
unhealthy. Yeah,
it was like I looked well.
Yeah, but were you happy in your head?
No.
Yeah.
No, because that was like I'd be like feeling guilty if like I went out for a meal and stuff like that. There was sort of me a guilt affected by it, and like that just was not what I wanted.
Yeah.
And like someone,
I don't think guilt should be associated with food.
No.
Food is there to be enjoyed. Food is there to fuel your body and you die without food. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? I think you waste away.
Yeah. You'd be like skin and bone.
So make it fun. Yeah. Enjoy your food.
Like, do you think that if you were like going through a hard or a good time, would you turn to food or turn away from food? Or like, is food, I feel like when that's like the first thing I notice if I'm,
is it?
Yeah, is like I'm eating, like it used to be I was eating nothing, but now it's eating loads, and I feel like that's made me put on weight.
No, I think I have less of an appetite when I'm like heartbroken and stuff. Yeah, I think I have less of an appetite. But I think that's from me because we still all eat our dinner together every night at home. So I think that's from me like not wanting to socialise. Like I don't want to sit downstairs with everyone when I'm sad.
I don't want to go downstairs and go to the fridge and get some. So true. So true.
I just would rather not.
Yeah, that's so true.
Yeah.
And you just don't really, you're thinking about with the breakup so much and all that, you don't think about food.
I'm a boredom eater as well though.
Yeah, so am I.
But it's kind of funny. Jack Kelly was looking at me yesterday. He was looking at me yesterday and he was like, you have eaten so much in the last half an hour.
Was he just watching you at the press? Yeah.
He got tonsils out, so he can't eat a thing. So he's looking at me and he was like, Ellen, you've eaten so much in the last half an hour that I'm down in this kitchen. And I was like, and what?
You're like, oops.
I'm enjoying it. Yeah. No, I don't know. Like,
I can see it from a sense of like that body image thing because I think I do still. I should be looking back on the plane. Do you know when you're going through all the pictures and you're like, oh, but like I'm like that wasn't actually sustainable for anyone. Who has the fucking time to go gym 7 days a week? I don't. No one. That's not, well, for most people that's not sustainable. But I can't like from this point of view, like her looking, because I think I don't know. I think I have a fast enough metabolism.
You do. Yeah.
But then definitely there was an age where that stopped.
Oh, bitch.
And I think this girl she's at
as soon as I was 21 or
22. she's 22, so I'm thinking maybe her friends just haven't hit that part yet where food actually starts going on you.
It happens. Yes. Trust me. When I look at me when I was 20, 21, 22, I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Girl.
Yeah.
But then I also have to think like, I'm 28 now. I'm curvier than I was when I was much curvier.
Yeah.
But I'm not upset about it. Like,
yeah.
My body is getting ready to have babies. I'm in my later years. Like I'm not trying to be something that I know my body can't be
anymore. Yeah, you can't just reminisce on something.
No, I can't. I physically can't be a size 6, size 8 anymore. Yeah, it's just not attainable.
If you did try, like you'd be going back. You're going to the gym flat out just to chase something.
I would be miserable.
Once was,
miserable. I go to the gym to socialise more than anything and to keep my body moving and to like I don't go to the gym and like track what I'm lifting and fucking weigh myself every week that I'm up there and like I go just to go because it's good for my head and like But when I'm done that gym, I'll go home and I'll have my breakfast that I don't feel guilty about eating and like if I want to have my filthy takeaways, I will. Like I never associated guilt with food. I don't know. Well, I'm very lucky that I didn't cheat. Yeah, very lucky because I know so many people who plan ahead of time meals and stuff and like, well, if I'm going out for this, then I have to do this, and this to counteract that, to balance it out. Yeah, that's not would panic me.
Yeah, and that's not like. Like obviously there's people who that's their lifestyle and they like that, but you should never have to skip a meal in order to go out for a meal.
No,
maybe throughout the week. So what people do, like a healthy way of doing that, for that coach would say, is like throughout the week, if you're tracking calories, for example, like take like 100 calories off each day or something. Even for that, that's what they say. But don't be going skipping.
Or your
meals.
cheat day.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what they'd say. But like also that's. In a way, then you're like you're like, okay, I'm
you
saving
kind of
up.
are.
Yeah, you're still kind of doing it, but skipping meals for another meal is not good.
I'm going out for dinner, so I'm not going to have breakfast and lunch.
Yeah, no.
You're going to get very bad pain in your belly from wind because it happens to me.
And when you do starve yourself like that and stuff and not eat enough, like your body reacts to it because it's like it nearly puts on weight more because it's like, oh my god, food I haven't eaten in ages. It clings on. It's proven.
Yeah. It 100%. Yeah. I've asked them up in the gym millions of times. Well, if I just starve myself, like, will that?
No, it'll work for a few weeks and then you start eating again.
Oh yeah,
you look at food and go like that.
It'll work for your holiday that's coming up, and then as soon as you go back to where you were, you're going to be heavier than you were, or it's going to be worse on you because your body just wants to hold it and be like, Jesus, I've needed this.
Don't do that again. Yeah.
Whereas if you're consistently fueling your body and feeding your body in a way that's beneficial, healthy, but also that you enjoy eating as well, you'll reap the benefits of that 10 times more.
Yeah, I agree.
Girl, enjoy your dinner.
Yeah,
please,
and also don't try. I know it's hard not to, but like don't compare yourself to your friends. Like people have different body makeups. Like
it's like me and you comparing we're different clothes sizes,
different heights.
We're different heights, different weights, different body sizes, different hip sizes, legs. completely different.
Yeah.
Like, and that's just two different bodies.
Yeah.
You came from a vagina that I didn't come from. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just different people.
Yeah.
You're not always going to be, especially in a group of girls, like, it's so easy when you're younger to think, like, oh, how come she doesn't gain weight as fast as I do or whatever. But, like, everyone's body is so different. Yeah. And when that finally clicks with you, I think it's like, oh, what was I worried about? Like,
and like we all do. Do you ever look at someone and like they don't go to the gym, they eat what they want and they don't, and you're like you're a bitch.
I brought Quiva with me to the gym once. Yeah, once she came up to Jamie in the gym once.
She has like abs all the time.
My sister has the body to die for, and Quiva Kelly, she just has a really fast metabolism. Whereas I came from the same vagina as her. Yeah, and like my sister, but we're completely different body types. Like I think I don't have a fast metabolism at all.
That age is like, she's 22. I think with age it will come as well, where you just start to be a little bit happier in yourself. Obviously, you're still gonna get phases where you're not and things, but like just knowing that everyone's body is so different, and it's nice to be different. We're all the same. Be boring.
Be a shy place to live.
Yeah, and maybe it is a thing where you start healing from, like, maybe you don't need to go to the gym all the time, and like that make it feel less resentful. Because if you're working really hard and like they're not, and these are looking the same, made this thing where you stop working that hard and let your body breathe and be like, obviously still do whatever workout you want, but like don't aim to be like them. Aim to be like a better you.
It kind of scares me when it's like, if I work really hard, my reward is my meal. Yeah, that shouldn't be. Yeah, that scares me. Like, I couldn't
live
do
like that. Yeah, no. But I love you, and hope sorry we actually rambled for so long.
We did. Since that was such a long ramble, you can listen to more of our dilemmas from the Extra Juice episode on Monday, and any dilemmas that you want to send in, you can send in to holdmydrink@GoLoudNow.com.
Yes, and you can listen on the GoLoud app or wherever you get your podcast. That's us for today's episode. Thank you so much for listening. A huge thank you to Coca-Cola Zero Sugar for sponsoring the podcast. We are huge fans of Coca-Cola Zero Sugar, and we are so excited to be working with a brand that we absolutely love.
We love you. Make sure to pick up a can the next time you're out and about. Coca-Cola Zero Sugar is available nationwide.
Also, now you can go back and listen to our bonus episode for Monday, Home I Drink Extra Juice. So make sure to listen back to that now before a new bonus episode every and next Monday. Don't forget to like, rate and subscribe to the podcast. And we will see you on Monday.
See you then.
Love you.
Bye.
Hold My Drink with Charlene and Ellie, a GoLoud original podcast, proudly sponsored by Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. Best Coke ever? Take a taste.